Okay guys, this is part 2 of the dash removal. What we're gonna have to do, what I have to do is remove the heater core and I believe the AC, heater and AC condenser or core that is right here, and I need to remove all the harness that goes through here. Also all the connections, pretty much leave the vehicle with just firewall metal. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't know if I'm gonna get too detailed into it, just for the reason being is this is I didn't find a video on something like this, so it's gonna be almost like trial and error. I'm sure I could get it down. But if I can, I'm gonna get most of it, and mainly it's gonna be time lapse, so it won't be specific. As you can see, I mean, there's bolts here. I mean, there's bolts everywhere. So I'm gonna take this bracket off, but obviously there's bolts here and down here. I don't think I'll take the ones across here. I'm gonna try to keep everything as much as together as possible. So when it does go back in, whatever does go back in, it stays intact, and we won't have no issues as far as what goes here, what goes there, and not having to need a diagram. So, but for the most part, like I mentioned, all this is gonna be a time lapse, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's not gonna be as detailed as the last video, but I need to get all this stuff out, and I'm taking advantage of today and doing a late night garage work on this car. So I need to get this car. I'm 6 months out from SEMA. Again, we don't have a booth just yet, but I hope to have some news here around Formula Drift time and around April, first week of April. Hopefully talk to some of the sponsors that are there, and maybe they could give us an opportunity. But the goal is SEMA, and once we have a booth, then I will let you guys know. But it's crunch time, 6 months out. This car needs to be at the fabrication shop within the next week or two, so stay tuned for that. And also it needs to be painted before the end of April. Worst case scenario, April, May, beginning of May, because it needs to sit and cure. I don't want to just go ahead and put it back together without the paint being cured. And then for the wet sand and buffing, that'll probably be towards once it starts being completed. But let's go. Let's do a time lapse of this, and I'll try to share as much as possible with you guys, so bear with me. Alright, as you guys can see, I was able to remove the fan, the condenser, the heater, the whole nine, the wiring from the computer all the way to the engine. Now I just have to remove this door panel because I don't know why Mitsubishi just wouldn't put a plug here. So this disconnects and goes directly to there. To put a plug, so I have to disconnect it directly from the inside the door. And once I do that, then I could be able to move it over to that way. I probably won't finish today. It's already 11:30 at night on a Monday night.